Thousands of people marched through downtown Bogota and other cities on Saturday, calling for the removal of President Gustavo Petro. They're challenging the administration's attempt to overhaul the country's health and labor systems, among other initiatives. Many are also motivated by the deep distrust of the president and his former life as a rebel fighter.
That's why we're marching today. He put his hands on the tax reform because he wants to steal money. He put his hand on health and has turned the entire health system into a disaster. The president does not represent us. He is a person who has never paid for his crimes and does not know how to behave properly.
Right-wing parties had managed to mobilize massive crowds in a previous protest in April, but this time only their core supporters came out. At an event on Friday where the government was distributing land to farmers affected by the country's internal conflict, the president used strong words against the demonstrators while simultaneously promising to guarantee their rights.
Tomorrow, the victimizers will march. Those who want our country to be reigned by injustice. Those who don't want the victims to be vindicated. Those who want the daughters of our poor farmers ending up in brothels in the city. But we will let them march. No one will be gassed. No young protester will lose his eye or be treated as a terrorist like they acted when they were in power.
While clearly much smaller than April's massive rallies, the opposition believes that these protests will help them keep pressure on the government of Gustavo Petro as the government tries to push forward as many social and economic reforms, and as the opposition is already gearing up for the 2026 presidential elections.
Miguel Uribe, a presumptive presidential candidate, said Petro's attacks show he knows he's losing support.
He knows that he lost and that more and more Colombians reject his administration. He is hurting the country, but we are not going to fall into these useless discussions. It is evident that he is the one who is harming the country, and we are here marching for a better Colombia.
Polls show that 70% of Colombians believe the country is heading in the wrong direction, but it's unclear who they believe can change its course. What is clear now is that the country remains deeply polarized and divided. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogota.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.